Hi guys, and welcome to the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. This is a late but great episode where we covered the Shropshire Music Awards. It was about 2.5 weeks ago, and this episode was meant to be released on Friday, but I lost my edit. So what happens is when I get an episode ready like this, all the conversations are recorded separately. They then need to be rendered, and then they need to be put like a jigsaw puzzle into one stream, audio stream. And I was doing that, and I left my laptop on, and then it's run out of power, and then I lost my progress without saving it. So it is my fault, but I'm very sorry. This is late. It's still good though. I love this episode so much. The Shropshire Music Awards are such an amazing event. You'll hear me talk about how much I think it's fantastic throughout this episode. We have got some amazing guests on this episode, so I can't wait to share it with you. I'm very grateful to be a part of this because it was some nice things that were said about us, how the Shrewsbury Biscuit sort of offered something nice to the evening, and how people were looking forward to speaking to us after they collected their awards, or we didn't speak to just winners. We spoke to people that were losers too. I'm joking. People that didn't win. I think every single person in that building that night was a winner. If you contribute music or you offer the sort of infrastructure that's needed for music, whether you're a producer, whether you run a venue, or whether you're someone like Trademark Blud who give people something to strive towards, then you're a winner in my eyes. In this episode, we speak to Paul Shuttleworth. We speak to the band Coffee, which were great. Percy's Bar as well. They won venue of the year, best venue, which is great. We get to speak to my good friend Moose Cooper. You Pod Aid fans will recognise him, but also Becca too, who's just as cool. We speak to Guns for Girls, the founders, Macy O, Miss Inc, Michaela, Wylde, and Simon Berry, who's starting a brand new podcast, which I absolutely love. There's so much going on with this podcast, guys. I'm going to let you get into it, and I'll catch you guys at the end because I have some very important news that you need to listen to if you want to follow the biscuit going forward. So enjoy this episode. This is the Shropshire Music Awards, and I'll catch you guys at the end. Enjoy. Hi guys, and welcome to the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. Today we are coming to you live, not live, but at the time I'm recording it, we're at the Shropshire Music Awards at the place in Oakengates. We've set up backstage where we will be grabbing some of the acts that win awards. We'll be speaking to people that are performing. Paul Shuttleworth's here as well, so we might be able to grab him. And of course, Trademark Blud, who we spoke to before this. But you know what? I can't do this by myself. It's a big event to handle for all, just me, little Whiteley. So I grabbed some help, and it's not just any help. It's one of our best friends of the show, and that's Mr. Liam Tinsley, ladies and gentlemen. Hi.
Hi. How is everyone?
Hope they're fine. I'm good. How you been?
Yeah, all right, mate. A lot has changed since we last spoke.
Yeah, you're like a frog, leaping from leapfrog to leapfrog.
I like to jump at different opportunities and take everything I can to do me basically.
Yeah, I mean, I love that. I've said this to you a few times. That I love that you don't just sit on one thing. You go from one thing to another.
Some people can look at that as good and bad, but I'm doing it to better myself and my career.
Well, we'll definitely find out more about that when things come more into fruition. You don't want to jinx it, you know what I mean? But thank you so much for your help today.
Pleasure.
You're a big fan of music, though. I know that you know a lot of local musicians.
Yeah, there's a few here that I'm interested in. I know a couple of certain band members personally as friends as well. Yeah. So it should be a good night. Everyone's looking very sharp and dapper.
Oh, thank you, man.
Especially yourself, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a cool night.
I saw a certain Moose Cooper as we walked in a bright purple Joker suit.
It's amazing.
It's brilliant. I love him. He just doesn't do normal. And oh look, it's Mr. Trademark Blud.
Shrewsbury Biscuit, table 1.
We're on table 1.
So there you go, and that is dead corner right here.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Nice.
I interrupted the biscuit.
Yeah, that's all right.
The biscuit.
Well, how much time have you got?
None, mate.
None?
To be honest, yeah.
Look, listen to him. He's like, I ain't got time to speak to you, biscuit guy. No, you go do your thing. You go do your thing. We did the after party last year at Mature in Wellington, and whenever there's an event like this, all we hear is trademark, and over here. He's a busy guy. He takes these events very seriously, so I'm sure we'll.
There's a lot to put on there, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we're going to speak to some of the winners. We're going to speak to some performers. We will get trademark at some point, and hopefully we'll get Shutzy as well to say a few things. But yeah, what are you expecting tonight? Have you been to anything like this before?
No, never been to anything like this. Well, I've been to a catering awards before, but that was only a small time one, and yeah, so this is a lot bigger. It looks like I'm walking into the Grammys or something like that.
It looks amazing out there. We'll get some pictures as well, mate. If you don't follow us on Instagram, make sure you follow us on Instagram, and we will put any pictures and videos and reels and things that we made for tonight on there. So yeah, let's go and find some amazing people to speak to.
Let's do it.
Right, backstage still are the Shropshire Music Awards, and we've had Paul Shuttleworth. All right.
Hello, nice to see you.
It's been a while.
It has. It's probably some festival in the summer.
I remember the last time I saw you at the food festival was backstage, and it was one of the hottest days ever in existence. And you were like, yes. I was like, I ain't even going today.
This year it's been one or the other, hasn't it? There hasn't been much mediocre weather. It's either been red hot or soaking wet.
One or the other. I mean, you were here last year.
Yep.
I couldn't come because I couldn't breathe. I was like coughing up. I had a chest infection.
Right,
it was horrible.
okay.
I can barely talk.
Yeah.
What was last year like for you?
It was really good. It was a fantastic initiative, and it creates a lot of work to get an event going from scratch. So it was down to Trademark Blud, who thought it would be worth having an event that could celebrate Shropshire music and performers. He put it all together. He incorporated local kids from Telford College. They're doing a live stream of the event, so they're using it for work experience of camera and live editing and live streaming. You've also got a Telford College band performing on stage at the moment as well. So it's really brought together the different creative elements from Shropshire and here in Telford to celebrate the music scene. And it was a really great event. It got a lot of traction. It encouraged local artists that had won awards to say award-winning Shropshire Music Award-winning and promote themselves on social media and promote the great music scene that we've got, because it's like anything, isn't it? You can live in the county, but many people don't visit those live music venues that are right on their doorsteps, and it's an opportunity to showcase that. It's like, you know, how many people in Shropshire go to the Ironbridge Gorge Museums? You don't, because you live right close to it. It's not an away trip. And it's the same with live music and venues. And the problem is, if you don't support live venues and live performers, you end up in a situation where it dies a death. And it needs to be showcased, and there's lots of different elements, whether it's podcasting or radio or videos or social media or TikTok, whatever it takes to get those acts in front of an audience to basically give them a springboard for their careers. And we've had so many great artists from the county, and it's great to see the performers on this stage that move forward. You know, Black Bear Kiss have done some great gigs, and you know, they've been through quite a traumatic time recently with what they've gone through with one of their band members, but they're still producing music, they're still entertaining the county, and they still love their music.
Yeah, I mean, it's been an interesting year for us. I mean, Liam as well, we've been at festivals together, we've seen local bands. We've seen here today, we've seen Triple J, who started his career and he's doing really, really well. I'm featured on one of his songs. We did a voiceover for one of his songs. I'm so proud to have been a part of what's going on in music in Shropshire, and I was gutted I couldn't be part of the awards last year, but I think I've said it at time, and you've just reinforced it, to say thank you to what local musicians do to the local economy when it comes to restaurants and bars and things.
What was nice about it last year as well is it celebrated DJs, it celebrated rappers, it celebrated vocalists,
venues,
it celebrated musicians, it celebrated mixers, it celebrated promoters that were putting on events around the county. So it was every element of what you need to have a healthy nightlife in the county.
Wonderful. What are your thoughts on this? I mean, we just talked today. We just had a good walk around now, haven't we? It's
No, it's great. It's like Paul just said. It's every. Is that one not on?
It's off.
Okay. That's a good start, isn't it? No, like Paul just said, the fact that it shows the behind-the-scenes work rather than just these bands as well, mate. It's like, because a lot of people, they go to festivals and they see a big stage and they appreciate their bands are playing, but they don't really know what goes on in behind works and the countless hours of setup.
The other thing as well, it celebrates venues that put on live music. So, like, Lance is a massive fan of live music. He's at the Wickets now in Wellington. He has live music nights every fortnight. He has live acts on there. And there's very few venues now. I mean, the Haygate was a classic rock venue, but of course that's long since been bulldozed and gone. And without landlords putting on live music, you've got very few places for musicians to perform and work out their craft and work out their presentation. And it's much harder now than it was, because there used to be a lot more live music venues, and a lot of pubs, and the way the industry's gone, have gone more towards food. Yeah.
Well, growing up, being of that younger generation, I caught the back end of the live music, and then I witnessed. So I started going out when most pubs, to be honest, I was most of Shrewsbury, but most pubs at the weekend would have some sort of live music, be it a DJ, be it a solo or an acoustic, or even someone just hitting a chair and singing. There's something going on, but now it's harder to get that.
Yeah, there's been a big change of scenery.
Well, Shuts, thank you so much for chatting to us today. No problem, and he's off onto stage. Brilliant. All right, guys, how's it going?
It's going good, thanks.
I'm Alex, and this is Liam. We're from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast today. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, so we're Coffee. I'm Cameron. This is Rowan.
Oh, it's a podcast, so there's no video. Hello, my name's Rowan.
I'm Casey.
I'm Jake, number 1.
I'm Jake, number 2. And I'm Tyrese.
I love that we've got Jake 1 and Jake 2. That's fantastic. I love that. How was that for you guys, performing on stage?
That was so cool.
That was really fun. I was very out of it.
Is that how many times have you performed live together?
We've had quite a few, to be fair.
There've been a lot of college gigs.
Nothing as big as this.
Nothing as big as this. It looks amazing out there, right?
It's so big.
We played this exact gig last year, but with around 390 people. Now there's more than 100 more. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
It shows it's grown. The
problem was, last year we thought we were prepared, right? We were told, here's the story. We were told to play one song last year, and bearing in mind we had only been a band for like 2 weeks. 2 weeks at most.
We just started
but then,
as well.
Yeah.
So, like, we came in with 2 weeks and we did an open mic at college.
Oh, yeah.
And then they were like, do you want to do the music awards? And told us we only needed one song, it'd be really good. And we did it, and we came.
What was the song?
It was "Perfect Pair" by Bieber Doobie. That's one to look for if you're listening. But we did it, and then we sound checked, and they were like, "Have you got any other songs?" So we sat, I think, behind the stage for half an hour nearly, half an hour trying to figure out how to play another song.
And then we gave up.
We just sent Cameron out to go do something on his own, and then came in later on.
Some magical moment where you just learn a song in half an hour.
We were hoping it was going to be like a little documentary story, but it didn't turn out that way.
So a year on, and how have you guys developed as a band?
We got a drummer.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Good.
Well done.
We got a cowbell.
You got a cowbell?
Not the cowbell this time. Without the cowbell,
everybody loves a good cowbell. I mean, Beastie Boys. That's all I think of as cowbell.
Because we've played so much together now, we're just better. We are just better. Like
less nervous all around. Generally, I think we performed a lot better.
Well. Yeah.
And the Shropshire Music Awards. What are your thoughts on this?
I think it's so cool. Yeah. Like I've been looking forward to this for months, honestly.
It's awesome.
Ever since the last one.
Yeah.
Second annual too.
Follow them on Instagram, checking up on updates.
Is the goal to win one of these yourself one day?
One day, that'd be so nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
That would be nice. Yeah.
And why the name
Next
Coffee?
It's actually coffee with a question mark because we're quirky.
Coffee?
But yeah,
Coffee?
As in, have you had coffee?
Yeah.
Okay. The name behind the story. The story behind the name.
The name behind the story, or the story behind the name?
So, we just started college, and I bought a new pair of shoes to start college. They are the whitest shoes you've ever seen in your life. And we go out for lunch, and we sit down for lunch, and Cameron decides he's going to have a coffee, and instead of drinking it, just spill it all over my brand new white shoes. So, they were fresh as well. I used Crep Protect. I had everything, and they're still stained. Yeah, I was gutted.
So all day you were walking around in
With
very
coffee
questionably stained
coffee
shoes.
stained shoes, but they didn't look like coffee stained shoes.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
To the naked eye.
But
Nice, brilliant. Well, you guys were brilliant tonight, and
thank you.
I hope to see you next year collecting an award.
I
Okay,
hope
so keep going.
So that'd be really good.
How can people follow you on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok?
Coffee the Band.
Coffee the Band, yes.
Is it Coffee the Band on all platforms?
Yeah. Most-
Coffee the
pretty
Band
much
on all
most
platforms.
Brilliant. Well, good luck for the future, guys, and
Thank
thanks
you.
for chatting
Thank
to me.
you.
Cheers.
Okay.
Right, so we just had the award for the best venue in Shropshire, in the whole of Shropshire, and it wasn't somewhere in Telford. It wasn't somewhere in Shrewsbury. It was somewhere where?
In Whitchurch, mother. Shock and awe. Whitchurch actually pulled the boat out and actually did something.
Did you say Whitchurch?
Whitchurch, Shropshire.
Well done to Percy's Cafe. Well done, Bar and Cafe.
Yeah, like flipping. It's definitely a recognition that. Sorry.
Deserved.
That Percy's definitely deserved because they keep on getting knocked down when they should be getting more recognition and they're just not getting it. And this is dope.
Yes,
This is
it is.
amazing. Bands from Russia, America, South Africa, Germany, Japan, Australia, New Zealand.
Yeah.
They support the local as well as the international, but the thing that people don't realise is when the international come, they have...
It's just straightforward.
Yeah,
Sorry. They have the whole... They have the crew. And they have the... I don't want it...
Having a few logistical problems with the microphone right here.
Sorry, guys. But they have the people that follow them. They have the roadies. They have the people that support them, that want to know where they are. And they come to our little town in Whitchurch, Shropshire. And they buy in our town. They eat in our town. They stay in our town. And they just support Shropshire. And it's amazing. And Percy's does that.
Yeah, the local economy that local bands do boost and holster in an amazing way do deserve recognition, but the venues that give them the opportunity to do that absolutely do too. And there were some great, I heard from here, there were some great venues that I mentioned there, and all of them deserve recognition. But also as well as you guys, Becca and Moose, by the way, it's been a while since we shared a microphone.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's been a while. I've seen the hard work that you two have both put into Percy's. So you have absolutely supported that place. So well done you, well done Percy's.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for the thanks. I mean, 1,000%. We are nothing to thank for that place.
It's
we
Mark Dawson that
Yeah.
needs the thanks, that does the DIY.
Well done, Mark Dawson.
Dawes is the man. He opened that place as a mere
Coffee
There we
shop.
go. That's our first beep. And it's from Mr. Moose Cooper. Who would have thought?
shock and all. I'm sorry.
He opened it
The
as a
one guy
coffee shop, and then he branched out to music and had music playing every now and again. He gave the step up to bands that don't have a step up anymore because the music industry has changed.
And now he's worldwide, baby.
He is worldwide.
Being represented by a guy dressed as the Joker. I mean, I love that. That's
Yes.
So it's almost like you expect me to show up to an awards ceremony dressed in
Normal.
anything else.
I saw you, and me and Liam were both like, "Wow, he stands out, doesn't he?" So it's Moose.
Yeah, well, the luminous purple fool stood in the corner. Yeah, that's Moose. There he is.
Thing of it is, he's here for his own band.
As well. Any given reason you've been nominated?
Any given reason they've been nominated, we to wait for that.
Double-edged sword. Well, listen, thank you so much for chatting to me. Congratulations on the award.
Thanks for letting
you
us
so
chat
much,
to you, dude.
Alex. You are an absolute amazing person with an amazing venture.
Thank you very much.
Love
We
your face,
appreciate
Alex.
you.
I love your face too. I love it.
Right, so we just stood at the side of the stage there watching one of the many performers taking part in today's event. And it's Miss Ink, right? That's correct?
Yes, Miss Ink, that's my name.
Your performance was incredible. How did that
Thank you
feel?
so much. No, it felt great. I'm definitely out of breath right now. The stage is hot, as always. But no, it was great. Crowd are great as well. Everyone's really hyped up. I mean, it's a good night. Big crowd, nice.
I'm really sorry to do this to you as well, because she was like, oh, just let me catch my breath. I was like, okay, 1, 2, 3, let's go.
Nah, it's okay. It's okay.
What does it do to your body and to your mind when you're out there on stage?
I think you get that like little bit of adrenaline rush when you go on. I mean, I literally live for it. I love it. So
Yeah?
I'm just
You can
like,
see that.
absolutely in my element and, you know, buzz off the energy that you get.
Do you mind? We're doing a very important interview right here, Mr. Trademark Blud. Yeah, that was amazing. Your music, though, where does it come from? Are you sitting there writing all the time? I mean, how's it?
Do you know what? Me personally, I go through like little waves. So I'll have like stagnant months for like 2 months where I'm not writing anything. But I always like take that time to make sure that I'm living. So then I've then got stuff to write about. Do you get what I mean? Like I think when you're in a stagnant period, you just need to go live a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I start writing again.
Bit of life experience.
Yeah,
Whether it's good,
100%.
happy, sad, or
Yeah,
not.
all
you know?
of it. You just got to channel it all.
You don't always have to do the Taylor Swift thing. Break up with a guy, write a song, make millions of dollars. You know.
But if that's your outlet and you're making money from it, then do it every day of the week.
Absolutely. These awards here today, what do they mean to you as an artist that's coming through? I mean, does this mean a lot to...
I think it's definitely great for like Shropshire because we don't have like a lot going on or a lot of recognition, but we have loads of talent. So I think the fact that, you know, Trade put this all together, I think it's just great. And the second year it's come back even more successful.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, it means a lot to the artists because they feel recognised, you know what I mean? So it's great.
Yeah. Have you got any questions?
No, I mean, you answered it before. I was going to say, where does most of the inspiration and... I know she went garage there as well. It's like that's
Would you
been
know
a little
what?
bit of an era that's not happened.
I grew up on a bit of pop, garage, more like pop garage, you know, just the bangers that you would hear. But mainly grew up on like old school, like 50 Cent, Eminem and all that. But the odds like UK garage song would trickle in. And then I just thought, you know what, why don't I just make one? And now I've made quite a few where me and Trip have been working.
But old eras of music do start coming back in. They do.
I think anything works when you just got to be authentic. You just got to do your thing.
Do your thing. What makes you feel happy?
Always do you. Always do your thing.
Well, brilliant. Well, we really enjoyed your performance.
Thank
we were
you so
blown
much.
away. I'm going to throw something on Reels or TikTok or
Thank
something.
you so much. I really appreciate
Where
that.
can people find you if they want to follow you?
Miss Ink 7 is my gram, my TikTok. Yeah, that's where you can find me everywhere. Miss Ink on and everything, or Inks. Yeah, or search Inks. Or either one will come up. That's what the people call me.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for chatting to us today.
Thank you so much. Thank
Cheers,
you.
Thanks. Right, so I'm Alex. I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast.
Hi there. Hi.
You guys just won the rock/metal category of the Shropshire Music Awards. Want to introduce yourselves to my listeners?
Yep, I'm Carl. I'm bass player for Guns for Girls. I'm Gavin, lead singer and guitarist.
I think your microphone is turned off. I think somebody's turned it off after they've used it. Yeah, this one. Here you go. Well, how does it feel to pick up an award like that?
Really wasn't expecting that at all.
No,
to be honest.
not me.
We kind of came in and we were saying, oh, you said you felt a little bit nervous at the very start of it.
Yeah.
I thought. I said, well, it doesn't really matter because I don't think we're really going to win anything, so don't worry about it.
I had a bit of a feeling that I did.
But,
I don't know
anyway,
why.
You know, so
I was chatting to Moose Cooper, who's up for a nomination as well. I was like, "Oh, do you reckon you?" He's like, "I'm just here to get drunk and have a good time." I think that makes a good musician though. Someone that's in it just for the music, not necessarily for the awards.
That's what
right?
it is. Yeah. We came here just for appreciating it all, and like we did last year, didn't we? We just wanted to turn up and support everyone, and you know, sounds a bit cheesy, but. You know, an awards bonus, isn't it?
I mean, we've got lots of mates here. You know, we've been around for a long time, you know, doing stuff. So we know a lot of people in here, and it's great. So you can meet your mates. You don't get to see them very often because everybody's out playing stuff. So it's really cool.
You guys aren't performing tonight, are you? So
no, we're not performing
just come
tonight.
Here,
Not tonight. No.
Have a good night.
Yeah, have
and
a good night.
still
have a few
be
beers.
kind of almost working. You know, it's kind of like,
it is kind of it's about raising the band profile as we keep doing. You know,
Absolutely.
It's 24/7 project, isn't it? Really,
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
So I heard you guys have been doing it for a long time. Well, for a while. How long has the band been going for?
Well, we originally formed in 2007, and then we kind of about 3 years ago, 4 years ago, we kind of reinvented ourselves as like a 3-piece. We were always a 4-piece band.
Yeah, the style changed quite a bit, didn't it? And
so we kind of just reinvented ourselves, and then brought out an album in that year during lockdown. In fact,
lockdown was great for stuff like that. With reinventing.
Yeah, it was.
Things,
it actually really focused us and made us release this album. So and then we've got some stuff coming up. We've got a new EP that we're just putting the.
We finished recording, haven't we? So it's mixing. Yeah.
So that's coming out hopefully by the end of the year. Fingers crossed.
But I guess as well, reinventing yourself. Sorry, carry on. Yeah, I was going to say, like, you know, when you do something, because I worked on projects during lockdown that were just like, ooh, but you couldn't really do anything with it because you couldn't really go anywhere. And then
you couldn't.
And then the venues opened up again, and it was just like manic for a little bit, especially for musicians.
Yeah.
What was it like for you guys post COVID?
It was
crazy for you.
It was just trying to get back out there. That was the hardest thing.
It was a strange time because we just before lockdown, I was going to say we lost our drummer. He's still alive. We lost our drummer because family commitments and all this, that, and the other. So we recruited this new drummer. He's brilliant. He can't be here tonight, but he came in, and then everything shut down. So he kind of felt like he was like almost like a hired musician. So we went through lockdown, did a music video in lockdown, and then coming back out into the world, it was kind of everyone was scrambling for places at these venues. So it was really difficult to get a gig.
Yeah.
And you know, we did do a few, didn't we? And then people were apprehensive about coming out, and you know, it was a bit of a strange time.
Yeah.
But it started to build again, I think. You know, it took a little while, but
it pays off obviously because you were one of the best rock metal bands literally in the county. How's that feel? That must feel amazing, right?
It's pretty cool. That is really cool.
The work pays off in the end.
It does in the end. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
What are you guys up to now? What can people look forward to for you guys?
Gig next weekend?
Yeah, we're playing next weekend over in Stafford. It's slightly out of Shropshire, but there you go.
Spread the word. Yeah.
But yeah, and then we've got a new EP coming out and
a single.
And a single as well, which is going to be a standalone single. So,
cool. That's how music's getting released a lot now these days.
Yeah.
A lot of people just.
I think the landscape's changed. People don't listen to albums in the same way they used to. I remember when I was a kid going out and buying an album and you'd sit down and listen to it, wouldn't you? But now everything's like really fast hitting. You've got to get that impact, and people won't listen to 10 tracks 1 to 10.
And I think like when you throw on a vinyl, it's kind of a music experience, isn't it? I mean, you've got to be in it. I feel like you've got to be a super fan almost of a band. To go out there. I mean, if it's Weezer, I'll go and buy it. You know what I mean? It's Weezer. But you've got to experience that. Well, how can people find you on social media and stuff? Are you guys?
Yeah, so we're on Instagram. So Guns for Girls, Guns 4 as in the number 4, and we're on Facebook, Guns for Girls UK, and you can get us on Spotify, Amazon Music, iTunes.
Get it on your playlist, folks.
Absolutely.
The best rock band in Shropshire. There you go. Wonderful.
Feels good.
Thank you.
That caused this.
Liam's.
You've got to get involved, mate. No, I didn't think we were going to win. It's a confident.
We're recording. Oh yeah, definitely recording. I love that.
The guy that brought us in told me we had to get naked.
Yeah. So we're kind of a little bit disappointed.
Is it not
right
on?
Oh.
Turn it off.
Right, sorry, you missed that bit. The guy that brought us in, what's his name?
This is Mr. Liam James Timley.
Mr. Liam James Tinsley.
He's my brother.
He told me that I had to get naked. I was game, but I was a bit disappointed when we turned up and we didn't have to.
Well, it is a music awards. I mean, anything can happen backstage.
It's very true. That is very true. But but we get excited for anything.
In fact, you have to walk in here with your hands over your eyes. Guys, I'm Alex. I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Yes, I am Aidan, and I am part of the founders.
Max, part of the founders.
And Jack, part of the founders.
Are you part of the founders?
I am part of the founders, yeah. So I've got the guitarist, Jack, drummer, Max.
And I'm lead singer. I know there's only one singer, but I still like to call myself lead singer.
Absolutely no ego.
No, not at all.
No, not at all.
We call him Phil Collins quite a lot. But
honestly, I do not love the attention. I haven't got a bad boy lean or anything like that, you know.
No musician ever sits at home going, I wish I could get more people to see me.
Yeah, exactly.
How do I get more publicity?
I don't know what you're on about.
The founders, how long have you guys been performing together?
So we've about I'd say about 2 years. Somewhere close
It's
to
2 years this Halloween.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like encroaching on COVID era.
Yeah.
Yes,
So we
yes,
started up
indeed.
around, it was lockdown times. That was when we did our. It sounds really weird. Lockdown times, and we did our first open mic night.
We didn't break any rules, I promise you.
Yeah. But it was perfectly legal. I mean, it was definitely perfectly
There
legal.
wasn't barbecues in the back garden and jam.
I think we can all look at COVID now, look back and be like, what were we actually doing?
Yeah.
I was just talking with Shutzy about, I compared and hosted the Shropshire virtual show at the Cavalier Centre during COVID. It's when everybody was getting boxes to sit in, you remember?
Yeah, I remember that.
We were like, we were hosting in front of like 30, 40,000 people online, and there's a few people in there, and I was like, it's the first and probably the last time I'll properly I don't know, I may do it again, but I was like, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for the Shrewsbury virtual show. I watched it back. It was the Shropshire virtual show.
Yeah. Oh no!
And I only realised when I watched it back.
Mate, we do that. We've been there. It happens.
Well, Dave Grohl very famously said that because he was having a snipe at like X Factor and all those kind of things. That he's seen that bands have got to suck. They've got to be terrible for a little bit, right?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah. The one thing that we will say, we enjoy what we do. We're three guys that we've known each other 15 years. We've had a laugh with it. We're just happy to have
Do you know they actually they had a band before me?
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
And
It was so much better. It was.
Right. They
Are we going Bill and Ted, are we?
Wild Stallions! They said that basically their singer couldn't get to band practice and certain gigs and stuff like that. They turned around to me and went, should we do an open mic night? And I was like, no, we'll do it next week. We'll do it next week.
Yeah, you held it off for a bit.
He was like, should we do it this week? No, next week. And then one week he turns up and he's like, we're
doing it this time.
And I was like, we're doing this, and
well,
do you know
that's
what?
Moose Cooper, and that's you with the F-bombs, right? Okay.
Sorry, I do apologise.
Yeah.
But honestly, as soon as we did it, I came off that stage, and the feeling I got from that was just something completely different.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Now, I've done skydives, bungee jumps, and that topped it all, mate. I tell you.
And I've done skydives.
Oh yeah. I'm very sporty, athletic. I do apologise, ladies. I am taken. I've got a fiance and all that. Also,
And now, were you guys up for an award tonight?
Yeah, so we won. Sorry. Yeah, so we won Best Acoustic.
You won Best Acoustic, so you are one of the best bands in Shropshire.
Yeah,
I still deny that. I still deny that. I think I think they misinterpreted what they said. There was the miscommunication there.
Something that you can use. We've gave for. Sorry.
You're right.
Can I please say one thing?
Go for it.
Thank you to Jack for doing so much. Honestly, for running everything. He might be the singer,
he organises
but he's the
everything.
lead guy. Honestly,
He organises
I
everything. He
it, I
does.
really do.
Apart from the odd gig here and there that messaged me, I sort that out. So thanks, Max, for the appreciation there, bro. No, he does. He sorts everything. The Facebook page. He sorts the gigs out. He sorts everything out. He's a good lad, and he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, thank you guys. It means a lot. That does.
I've been in this position. I know how awkward but brilliant it feels to be.
Yeah, I do appreciate it. Thank you guys.
We do, bro. We do.
And that's what I will say is, like we said when we got the award. We're all good mates. We've been mates for 15, 16 years. It was literally just a get together. We'll see how it goes. We'll have a bit of a laugh. We'll go out on a Friday night. We'll try and play some music and have a laugh of it. And that's all we've done since we've been starting. And we love it. And we don't. We just take it how it comes.
They always say it doesn't feel like work if you're having fun with it, right?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes,
Yeah?
definitely, man.
And when it comes to Shropshire and the venues that you guys have been playing in, do you feel like there's enough in Shropshire?
I love the music scene around Shropshire. I really do.
Yes, I do love the music scene, but there's not enough people out there wanting to watch the music scene. We play some really good venues that just on certain days it's just not a great crowd.
Yeah, but that's everywhere.
Yeah, but other days we go there and we rock out and everyone's there and they're loving it, but it's not consistent.
Yeah,
I think it's better than most. Personally, the music scene around Shrewsbury with the acts that we were nominated against.
Well, you do get people that follow the bands about. I mean, I remember doing Loop Festival. I followed a crowd of people that were so enthusiastically going to watch Vincent White at the Anchor, and he was adored in the crowd. Yeah. He's a local singer that's got a good following, and I'm sure you guys have the same. They will follow you around Shropshire.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. We've got a place called the Plough in Ponsbury that we go and play at. And
shout
honestly,
out to the Ponsbury,
yeah. Shout out Ponsbury. But honestly, they love us. They came to our last Luke Fest performance, and then they came straight after to a gig that we had planned at the Slopian. They absolutely adore us, and you do have your fans that are mad for it.
Going back to the original question, personally, I think there's some great music around Shrewsbury. I think the competition with what we've been playing with him has been really high. I think the acts that we come against are really good acts. I've seen most of them, and we've played with most of them, and we've done things.
Well, let's be honest, I didn't expect to win tonight. I thought the people we were up against, they were going to smash us.
Well, this is a good point that, everybody's nominated today, especially the venues. I mean, the venues are like Percy's Bar won it, but the Salopian and there's a couple of other magnificent places that I mentioned there, giving you guys capacity to be able to go out there and kick ass. Do you know what I mean?
If I'm being honest, we wouldn't have been where we are now if it wasn't for that. When we started off, it was the venues that give us that chance to be like, and we were being honest. We had our little faults, and we weren't that tight, and there was little bits. And
you guys fall out a lot then?
No.
We don't fall out.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
We will have a heated discussion, but with us, nothing's held. You say your piece. People take it on board, you come back later, and you're all still fine. At the end of the day, we're friends. We're not going to hate each other for silly little things.
I think the main thing that we've got, whenever we have a little bit of like that, whenever it gets a bit, and I think that's with every band, there's always
and I think
a band,
that's just mainly me and you, Jack.
Yeah. I think with every band, you'll always have, if you're into music, you're always going to have discussions and disagreements with stuff because you love it, and if your passion's for it, then if it's not the way that you want it, you have a passion for it, so you will say something. But the good thing with us is we are all friends. We've been friends for so long.
We don't compromise.
Well, it's one of those where it's like
compromise in a band.
Compromise. There's been plenty of things where we've said, like one of us have been like, I want this. The other one's been like, nah, I'm not keen on that. And the other one's like, well, I don't really care.
So as long as you're the drummer, you're okay though.
Yeah,
because you can be like, right, okay, I'm going to change the pace then. Take this, bum, bum, bum.
I'm the quiet one. But I'm the one that holds it all together.
Exactly.
He's the quiet one until you get to know him, and then he's not.
It's true, isn't it?
Yeah. It's true. I think if it was like Max, I don't think.
Honestly,
I don't think we could.
Going back to their music in Shropshire, I don't think it matters how many people are there, as long as you're enjoying yourself and you're trying new things and new art. That's all that matters.
Even when it comes to
don't be put off by that.
Even when it comes to a discussion like you're saying, where it's a bit of a, because we've all been mates for so long, we find an agreement, and we
people gel off that though. They feed off that energy.
And it makes the gigs that we do play. We really enjoy it. We get energetic. We love it. We generally enjoy what we do.
Yeah, it's fine. But listen, guys, you guys are magnificent. I've just met you. I'm feeding off your energy already. Where are you guys based? You say Ponsbury.
Shrewsbury.
Shrewsbury. Yeah.
Oh well, you're on the Shrewsbury Biscuit right now, so.
Maybe. Whenever you want, mate, you give us a shout and we'll come and have a day with you.
I've got a card if you want it.
You're giving out cards. I gave out.
And just to let you know, hats as well. If anyone wants any founders hats.
I want a founders hat.
We're getting our stuff.
I'll exchange an interview for a founders hat. How's that?
Exactly. I mean,
trying to get a little bit of advertisement in there,
more promos do we need?
Well, if somebody wanted to buy a hat off you guys, where would they do that?
So
they would message me.
My number is.
They'd message me, and I'd go, right, okay, hang on a minute, I'm just sorting out a few others, and I'd get a bundle together, right? Because I'm not going out there and designing loads of hats to sell when they're not going to sell if you haven't got the right clientele, right? So I'm going to wait, get a nice bundle of people, and then I'll go, right, sound, I'll sort it out.
It's free. between all of you.
You've got to all share them.
The Facebook page would be the place to go if you want any merch. Just give us a message on the Facebook page.
And that's the founders, yeah?
That's the founders. It's
And then
the
he'll-
three founders
and then he'll message me.
on Facebook. And yeah.
At the founders.
At the three founders. It's really
Three founders.
confusing.
Yeah, the three
it's really
founders, yeah.
confusing basically because the founders was taken, so we had to do the three
The
founders.
founders at the three
Yeah,
founders.
there's some phony. There's some.
Don't laugh. Come
There
on.
is some phonies out there, guys. So at the three founders.
You guys.
You'll find us if you need us.
Wonderful. Liam, have you got a question for these guys? Yeah, you brought them in here. No?
He's had enough. He's done
something. Come on.
He's like, we need the next one.
All right. Can I ask you a question? Why did you want us naked?
And why was there smoke in the room?
Why not really?
Yeah, I mean, we were half undressed when we came
I
in.
like this guy. I like this guy.
Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Guys, have a great evening and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
Cheers.
buddy. Appreciate it.
Hello, I'm Alex. I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast.
Oh my god, hi.
Hello, do you want to introduce yourself?
So my name is Macy O and I'm a local singer-songwriter.
I was watching you coming on stage and starting your set. You've got a bundle of energy, haven't you? I mean, I love that. That's great.
Yeah, I think that I've been gigging like that about a year in pubs and festivals and stuff. I'm sorry if I sound a bit sick, by the way. I've got a bit of blocked nose. Anyway. But yeah, performing always gets me so hyped, and I love entertaining people, and it's just, when I get a response like that, because I had such a good response, when I get a response like that, it's just so nice.
Does that last like a few days afterwards?
I would say so, yeah. I have like 2 days where I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and then like I kind of go down, I'm like, oh.
I need another gig. Can you find me another gig? Because it is like a drug. I mean, like I sit behind a microphone. I've been doing this for 5 years now, and I've been interviewing people from all around the world. It's been amazing, right? And I just love it. It's like if I'm not doing this, there's like something missing out my life. Do you know what I mean? There's something. Is that the same for you for music?
Definitely, I would say I definitely resonate with you on that one. It's just like every time you just get this buzz, and it's like having people like. Although, yes, people compliment and go, oh my God, you're so good. It's like, yeah, okay. But it's the performing. Like, obviously, I appreciate all their compliments. But the performing is just a different breed. It's just so I couldn't even describe the feeling.
It's like one of the scariest things to ever do is sort of like stand-up comedy or being on your own on stage. You know, because if you've got a band and one of them messes up, the other one can cover for them.
Hide behind,
But when you're stood there, you're so vulnerable with a microphone on stage. That must be really scary for you.
Yeah, I think at times, but like, I move around quite a lot when I perform. I'm left, right, up, down, twirls. But I think that also helps because it just almost breaks the ice with the audience. So you're not really afraid of making a mistake. And if you do, you can just kind of tell a joke and laugh it off. If you're getting into it, I would say that that's definitely something that you should try and do. Make some jokes and laugh it off with people because that makes you the most at ease.
Yeah. And how often are you creating music, writing music, you know, putting it all together?
I can't even put like a timestamp on it, like every day.
All the time?
It's like whenever I get an idea, I write the lyrics, or say I have like a melody in my head, I'm like, oh, voice recording, little demos on my phone, and then I get home, put it on piano, sometimes guitar if I'm feeling adventurous, risque, and then I'll just, take it to a producer and we'll get it.
I love that. I love the fact that you could be walking through town and you'd be like, somebody give me a pen!
Oh my God, that's happened to me so many times, literally. I was, there was this one time, I won't go on about it, I promise.
You can, it's a podcast. You have to.
I feel like I hate waffling. Anyway, we were in the car, and someone had really upset me. Like, they'd just gone, they'd said something, I don't know. But I was whole way home just like straight-faced, not saying a word to anyone. Pulled up at home, opened the door, run. I ran. I full-on sprinted. I was like Usain Bolt in that moment. And I got down to the piano room, whole song in like 20 minutes. And I'm like... Yeah.
That's amazing. I've heard stories about like this, and it doesn't seem like it's feasible. I remember listening to an interview with, I think it was Avril Lavigne, and I think one of the songs, she was like, yeah, we knocked it out in like half an hour. I was like, there's no way she's knocked that in half an hour. And it does happen. It does happen. You know. So what do you think about the Shropshire Music Awards? Is this something to strive towards? Are you proud that this is here? I mean, how do you feel about this?
Oh my God. I am honestly so grateful. When I got nominated last year, I was like, oh yeah, damn. This is awesome. I've never heard anything like this.
Did you win last year?
No, I didn't.
But you're still a winner for being nominated.
I got Star of the Future last year because there was 3 of us that got all called up. So that was awesome. But this year I'm nominated for 2 awards. I hope I win at least 1. I'm striving for 1. But it's just so surreal that someone like Trademark and someone like the Shropshire Musical, like the whole committee can come together and make something so big and something so awesome for the Shropshire community, because obviously you go Manchester, London, Liverpool, there's so many things like this, but nothing like this in Shropshire, and it's just so surreal that this can like come to somewhere so close.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, we've been saying this all night, that to have something to strive towards. The fact that you're nominated for 2 awards is amazing, because I think you deserve it. Your performance is so raw, it's so passionate. And you deserve to be recognised. I think all the producers of content and music in Shropshire definitely do. Where can people follow you if they want to listen to you, if they want to follow on social media, etc.?
So as I said before, my name is Macy O, and you can find me on all streaming platforms under the name Macy O, and you can also find me on most social medias under Macy O. I focus on my Instagram specifically, which is Macy O. Macy.official, nearly forgot it. But if you just search up Macy O, it should come in, and if you search up on Google as well.
I feel like I've seen you perform before. Did you do the balloon fiesta? No. In Telford, not this year, the year before.
I was meant to, but I didn't.
I feel like I've seen you perform live before.
I did do like a Telford event, which was like recognised it was like to celebrate Telford. It was that tiny stage. I was in like black denim.
Maybe Trades shared some of your stuff before.
Yeah, maybe.
But you were fantastic either way.
Thank you so much.
Give this girl a follow, guys. Thank you so much for chatting to me today.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Cheers. Hi guys, how's it going? I'll introduce myself. I'm Alex. I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves? People, you're very well known, but I would like you to tell.
Ladies first, please.
Thank you. So I'm Michaela Wylde.
And I'm Simon Berry.
And we're probably known for our involvement with BBC Music Introducing in Shropshire and our new music podcast, the Slopian Mixtape.
Very, very excited about this. I was talking about this just backstage because I was like, the Shrewsbury Biscuit has been going for 5 years now. You've been doing some good stuff. I was like, I'd love to do some stuff with some unsigned band. And Michaela's doing something. I was like, oh, great, is she? But do you know what? But come to think of it, there couldn't be anybody better than you guys to do this because of what you've done for live acts here in Shropshire.
That was the idea, really.
Yeah.
Because I think when we, because there's changes afoot. Well, I mean, I say it's afoot. It's happening now.
Right now.
In BBC Local. So that is affecting BBC Introducing, and the opportunities for Shropshire artists are going to be slimmer. It's going to be slim pickings because Introducing in Shropshire is actually going to be shared across Shropshire, Stoke and Hereford and Worcester. Nice big old patch. It's basically all of the Welsh border and a bit of Cheshire.
You're trying to do quick geography there.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
I love that.
But it means that there's just so much that missed opportunity for Shropshire artists.
Do you know what? I'm over the years I've spoken to various artists, made loads of really good friends. Unsigned acts. Trademark, of course, Bassphaze, Triple J. There's so many people that have come through that whenever I've seen them come on you guys' show, they're beaming from being in that stage and being given that opportunity. And the fact that you guys are now going to offer that in a different format is wonderful.
One of the big things for us has always been being really inclusive as well. I mean, I'm a originals artist and I came through introducing myself, and I remember that moment of having a live session and that moment of being involved with the BBC and hearing your music played on the radio for the first time, and not just hearing it being played, someone talking about it. And that was the other thing that we felt that with the changes happening and the changes over the last few years as well, the way we used to do the show and the limitations that we've had now, actually has felt like we've done the artists a disservice because we haven't had the opportunity. I haven't had the opportunity to really talk about the music and that to a musician, hearing the critique, hearing why you love it so much and why it's been played is, I think, so important for those artists.
I used to love Zane Lowe on MTV2 because he would do that. He would sit down and really get into it with them, and that was like a precursor to podcasts if you think about it, because that was way back when, and he's still doing it today and very successfully too.
Yeah, exactly.
There are a couple of reasons why I love this. I mean, of course, I'm a huge advocate for podcasts and live music, but also because I know that going from radio to a podcast is a great transition. Sometimes it can really, really work. One of my heroes of podcasting is a guy called Ralph Garman, who is part of K-Rock Radio. He got canned. started his own podcast called The Ralph Report, and he made lots of money, and he did really, really well from it. He's well deserved, and I can see that in you guys. You know, I can see,
fingers crossed. I mean, we're at the beginning of this,
but it's not necessarily about the music. It's about the noise that you guys make. That's the most important thing.
Yeah,
I think.
And I think for us, one of the things that hurt the most, I think, about the changes that were coming was just what we didn't want to happen. Is we're so passionate about this local area. And actually, do you know what? I had a message come through on Instagram a couple of days ago, and I sent it to you, it struck a chord with me because someone messaged me from America. And they said, what am I going to do in a few weeks' time when I can't listen to Introducing in Shropshire? That was their routine on a Monday morning. That they're not from around the local area, but this guy was like, I love this music. I love what you do with the show. And that to me was like, do you know what? Not only is it because, you know, we're not just serving our local area, we're showing the country, we're showing the world potentially what our amazing area is made of. And just looking tonight, some of the talent performing on stage and the artists that are in these categories, they need shouting about because they're incredible. They're amazing.
I've been following Trademark for the last year and a half, I think it is, however long it took for last year to start doing the promos for this stuff. You'd never seen Trademark before, have you, Liam? And watching that, he was getting touched. I could see him getting emotional from watching Trademark. And like, there's bands like Chasing August, amazing. Yeah. There's bands, people like Bassphaze over there who can absolutely just blow people's minds with what he can do. Like, the quality of music in this county is just phenomenal, right?
It is. I mean, you talk about Trademark. I mean, because I've been involved with Introducing for 9 years now, and I remember one of the first songs that I pressed play on the uploader was Trademark Blud, a song called Sugar Rush, which is it's got like Polish children singing on it, and it's all about kids being addicted to sweets and sherbet, which
I love that.
Very
Read between the lines,
thinly veiled. But it's a brilliant song, and I remember thinking, well, this is one of the first songs I've listened to. Imagine what it's going to be like in 10 years' time, and here we are. And you can, even from then, when that song is brilliant, you can still hear the progression of so many different artists, which is one of the things we love as well, is seeing artists at the beginning of their careers and hearing their music and going, there's definitely talent here, and hearing them progress and get better, and you go with them.
Do you know what I love about this is the passion. You know, I always think of Wayne's World, you know, like, Harry Shearer doing all that stuff on the radio. But you guys have got the actual passion for the music, and I think you're probably similar to me. My playlist in my car now is like a good mix of local musicians as well as the stuff that I love. I got into my 30s, realised I've been listening to the same playlist since I left school. I was like, things have got to change, boy.
It's easily done.
It's easily done when you live in Shropshire.
Yeah.
So when does the new show start then? Is he saying
That's a good question.
So we will announce that. We'll reveal that in the coming weeks. It should be in the next 6 weeks.
Yes.
We're intending that the very first show we're going to do, so we will record it as a standard podcast, but all the artists that are going to feature in that first podcast will be invited along to the live launch events, which will be happening at Albert's Shed, because we're kind of working slightly in collaboration with them, because we're going to be recording the podcast and filming content and stuff from it, from the Shed each week when we put this podcast together.
Yeah, whether that be Shrewsbury Shed or Telford Shed, we'll mix it up a bit so we can get around the county.
That's a great idea. Now, you see, the thing is, I was at Loop Fest, very similar to this, and I was chatting to the guys from the Shed. I was like, I've got a really great idea for a podcast for unsigned bands, and they were like, I'm sure Michaela's doing something. That was back then I heard this. And I was like, I'm still going to do it. Then I realised what you guys do for music, and I was like, no, there's no way I'm going to touch this. Like, but I'd love to throw my name in the hat. If you ever need someone to spare, I can do sick days. I'd love to be involved with this in any way, but it's just a fantastic event, and I do wish you the best of it, honestly.
Thank you
very much. And I mean, to be honest, the same for yourself. We get artists come in and they're talking about, because they love the sessions and they love to come and have a BBC interview, and they'll be talking about the fact they're like, oh, I've started getting out and doing interviews. Oh, and we talked to the Biscuit podcast recently. I've heard 4 or 5 different artists being like, oh, and I talked to them and getting really excited and really buzzed, and they were like, have you heard of the Biscuit podcast? And we're like, yeah, we've heard of it.
When we first,
they're making waves.
Triple J last week, he mentioned you guys as well.
Oh, he's a great guy. I featured on one of his tracks, because I've been doing a bit of voice acting. So he wanted a documentary voice for the beginning of one of his tracks, and I introduced one of his tracks. So I'm Triple J's latest LP, I do feature my voices on that. So
that's very cool.
Amazing. That is cool.
I love that.
An awesome cameo.
It's amazing. Well, thank you. I really do appreciate that, by the way, because I'm going through a bit of a transition with the Biscuit. I'm taking a month out to re-strategize and restructure things. So you guys saying that you've heard of me and that I'm doing the right. Oh, that's nice.
And I see stuff on socials all the time, and with Radio Shropshire, because I'm constantly, because not just with introducing stuff, I do other things at the I was doing other things at the station before, and I'm always kind of looking for stuff and looking for things that are happening and prospecting stuff and whatever. And I see when people are promoting what's going on, so many people being like, "Oh, I've been on the Biscuit podcast," and so I see you flag up all the time.
Oh, bless you, and you too. We've kind of crossed, and I did kind of dip my toe into radio for about a year. I was doing a show called Naughty Talk, and there's a few people locally, like yourself, some of the BBC radio shows, but also in America as well. I feel like in America they got such a love for the local radio station. There's like 3 or 4 per town.
Yeah.
Whereas here it's like 1 for Shropshire. Do you know what I mean? Like, or free radio, which is synergized.
Yeah.
So it's good to see you guys take what you've learned from the radio and put it into podcasting.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Well,
we shall see. See what happens when we press record.
We haven't mentioned the name of the show. What's the name of the show?
That's a very good point. I mean, we're really good at this plugging malarkey, aren't we? Yeah, it is the Salopian Mixtape.
I love that.
Which is it does exactly what it says on the tin.
We agonised over putting the name together and doing the logo, didn't we? So much back and forth.
But I think we've nailed it.
Yeah, I think so.
I just looked at the leaflet. You guys have nailed it, and you've got friends forever with a Biscuit. Honestly, seriously.
Thank you.
I must say that I am slightly disappointed because I did anticipate there would be biscuits provided.
Yeah, we've had that for a while. But as you can see from my figure, I may have eaten them. No, you know what I mean?
Not a digestive in sight. I'm a little bit disappointed.
I think we've got a lucky heart. There you go.
Okay, well that's even better. Thank you very much.
There you go. Thank you, Liam.
Oh, these are vegan. You can have those.
Cheers, mate.
You gave me your chocolate.
I love Hearts Vegan. I love that. That's fantastic. Just sugar, folks. Just sugar. Thank you so much for chatting to me tonight.
Thank you.
Cheers. Right, okay, so we found another good friend of the show, Mr. Bassphaze. How are you, sir?
Hello, I'm good, mate. You?
Yeah, I'm really good. Are you enjoying your night?
I am having a lovely night tonight. It's very good. Lots of talent in Shropshire. All enjoying it, all the different areas, all the different genres we got in the one area. It's really good. Yeah, really good.
You were nominated tonight?
I was nominated tonight. Unfortunately, I didn't win Best Producer, but it's not a big, it's not a big deal. It's fine. It's all about the nominations.
How many were in the category? How many?
Good question. That is about 6, I think it was.
Top 6 in the county.
And all good producers, all really good, talented people. Yeah, there's lots of producers that weren't recognised with the nominations, but hey,
who won it in the end?
It was Joshua Cook.
Joshua Cook, well, congratulations, Joshua, and to everybody that's nominated tonight for whatever it is.
Absolutely, yeah.
We've been chatting for about 6 or 7 months. Been trying to get you on the show, and because you've been working a lot, haven't you?
I've been doing a lot. Yeah, the music thing's beginning to take off a lot this year. If I think about what I was this time last year with the last awards, I've been doing a lot. Yeah, I've now finally played for Subvert. I'm now doing drum and bass sets for those. I played at the weekend for them. It didn't feel like an audition, I don't mean that, but it felt like a situation where I had to sort of show what I could do. I
strut
did
stuff,
that.
man.
Yeah, strut my stuff, yeah, and show that I could show for a crowd. That went really well. Paul North, who looks after Subvert and does the organisation for that and runs it, he was very happy, so it looks like I should hopefully have some things coming my way with that.
Wonderful.
I did the 90s Revival for Princey and Benno.
Huge shout out for 90s Revival. I haven't spoken to him in ages. Me and Dave, we sat up, we met up for coffee, and we were like, we're going to do all these plans, we're going to do all these things, we're going to take over the world. And we still haven't done them yet because I started a new job and life is life. And
that's the way it is. Keep busy.
So, Dave, if you listen to this, I'm really, really sorry, but I'll come back to you.
No, they're all good. They're all really good.
They're doing really well.
They did a massive event on the 9th of September, the 90s Revival Tour. So we played at the Butt Market.
Yeah, didn't you
I did a warm-up set for them. I did the first set for the main room. We had DJ JT outside doing the indie stuff. That went, indie R&B stuff. So that went down really well.
How does that indie work on a decks?
Flamingo area, which I thought was a great idea, a great zone, really good. So, and then I started in the main room. I played a 90s rave, sort of old school stuff into trancey Dave Pearce type stuff, sort of trance anthems. When I first went on the stage, it was like Gina G and Steps and Tragedy on the screen, so I was a little bit concerned about the swap of genre. But no, everyone played, everyone did really well, everyone loved it.
Are you guys ready to have your face melted?
Yes. And I thought everyone's going to walk off and I'm going to be playing to an empty floor. But no, due to everybody, the place, we started at 4, it was packed out by 5 o'clock. Everyone was in there, everyone was worth having a good time. So big shout out to 90s Revival people, they loved it, it was really good. And we had a great night, and then we had DJ Wes after me, and then Dave and Princey did their bit, like their little show that they do after. So, yeah.
Did they do the cabinets?
Yes.
The kitchen cabinets.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. Well, they did. Did they do it on the stage? No, they didn't. But they did their thing. You know, they did with Ben on the mic and everything. So it was really good.
I'm sure you're seeing lots of people that you know in the crowd as well. Lots of people you've worked with. Has anybody new coming through this year that has caught your eye that you'd like the look of?
Macy O was very good.
She was very good.
Very
we did an
impressed
interview
with her.
with her.
15, and she can sing like that. And I remember years ago I was in Cardiff Uni and I saw a little girl called Charlotte Church came on the stage and did a little thing, and
a little fella that
did a little thing about it and started off singing and was really good, and just signed her first Sony deal. So I'm expecting a similar thing to happen with Macy O, to be honest, from what I could see. She was
the interview she gave was phenomenal. She got so much charisma and
professionalism as well.
Yeah,
She was really good.
And Miss Ink as well was really
Miss Ink was good. Yeah,
I bet you when she was doing the
there was a little part of me thinking I'd like to get you on a track.
To get
you on a track.
And the garage stuff was really good.
It was really good, and I think I got Trademark on a track recently, and that's gone down really well. I played that out.
I don't think I've heard this yet. You know, I remember you telling me about it.
Yeah,
I was so proud about it.
No conform, no comply. Yeah, it's come out really well. It was a different sort of route for Trademark. I got him in. I said, look, I sent him the track. I said to you that we could do something with this, and he said, yeah. So got him in the studio. Got him in my little room upstairs. I've got the way you came to. You know, when you did my first interview.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
And we recorded, and it went down really well. I played it out for the first time last weekend, and it went down really well. People asked me what it was and stuff.
Is it on Spotify and stuff? Is it?
It will be. I'm going to release it on because I'm now running a record label called Twisted Indulgent Records for Indulgence with a Twist, who are an organisation I'm involved with. So I'm now running their record label, and I'm going to release it on that. So it'll be out sort of. It was going to be end of September. It'll now be start of October.
Well, when it's out, please send me.
I will
the
send
link,
it out. I'll put it on the socials. Yeah.
Like a few of Trademark's songs, that will be straight on my playlist. And,
yes, it came out really well. I was really pleased how it came out because, like I said, it was a different route. So I'm also planning to do some stuff with some other female vocalists, and I'm going to do a track with Dribs and Monchi, who are two back-to-back MCs who are very big on the D&B scene. I'm very keen to do a track with them. That's on the go. I'm already writing the track for that. So things happening.
How are you for like improv stuff? Are you good at just like getting on a stage and just pressing buttons and sounding sexy, or is it?
Well, funny you should say this because I'm planning to play live next year. I've already applied to Loot Fest. I'm going to apply to the Sloping podcast that Simon Berry and Michaela are going to start doing.
Yes.
They want some live acts, so I'm going to apply to them. So big shout out to them because I'd love to go and play for them.
We just interviewed them. I'm very excited about what they're working on.
I think it's really good. And I think with the changes happening to BBC Introducing, which I think they've already mentioned on the stage, so I think I'm allowed to say that I think it'll be a good avenue. I think it'll be a good avenue for Shropshire music to hit. So it'll be really good. So yeah, I'd love to play live for them. I think playing my stuff out live would be really good. And like you said, I'm going to do it in a way that I can drop things in and out and trick a bit like Prodigy do, where you just play things in and out, play things a bit different. To get the tracks known, but then maybe after that start swapping things around a bit. Maybe drop some hip hop beats and then.
If anybody can do it, you can, my friend.
I'm planning to. I've got some ideas. My brain is running wild as usual, so
that's good. All good. That's good. When it quietens down, that's when we got to worry because you'll be like, I've got no ideas now.
Yes.
You know? But chaos absolutely reigns supreme when it comes to music, you know,
especially
when creativity. And well, it's great to chat to you. Our commiserations on not winning the award, but congratulations for being nominated.
Thank you, mate. I really appreciate it.
And I hope you have a great evening.
Thank you very much.
If people don't realise or know at the moment, how can they follow you?
Yeah, so Instagram is Bassphaze UK. TikTok is Bassphaze UK, and that's with a Z, not an S. I do a Sunday night show of streaming. I haven't done it through September, but I'm going to start doing it again from October on Sunday night. And also on Facebook, just search for Bassphaze and you'll find me as well.
Wonderful. Great chatting to you, my friend.
All right, mate. Big shout out to the Shrewsbury Biscuit. All right, cheers. Bye.
Thank you. Hi guys, my name's Alex Whiteley. I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
Go on then, go on son.
I'm Kieran Hayes, I'm the singer for Loose Lips.
I'm Lewis Bates and I'm the looper and guitarist for Loose Lips.
One hell of a looper and one hell of a guitarist, so that was an amazing set.
Definitely,
because Trademark Blud is running around and he goes, always doing so many things at the same time. But like one of the things I heard in conversations that you lost your presets before you went on, right?
As I went on stage.
Yeah.
As someone that does looping, I mean, like one of my favourite musicians in the world is Mark Rebier, who does the same thing.
Yeah, fantastic.
If he lost his set right in the middle of New York, it would be incredibly embarrassing for him.
It was like we sound. I mean, I use that pedal 4 times a week every week. We gig like 3-4 nights a week. We gig, and we've sound checked earlier here with that pedal. Never ever had an issue. We walked on stage, just gone to use it. Everything's gone.
It's always going to be the way, though, isn't it?
So I've had to
most important place, the most important time to prove yourself, and his preset goes, right? But I've played with this guy. I've had the pleasure of playing with this guy for 14 years, and I've never ever witnessed anyone that is as talented, that's off the key. That
come on now, Kieran. Let's not be silly.
Whether he's here or not, I would say exactly the same thing, because this guy is like phenomenal, to be fair.
And do you know what? You as well. I could see you sort of harmonising with the breaks. Like, I've got co-hosts in America that I've worked with for a few years. We haven't done anything for a year, but like when you're working with someone and you're improvising in that sort of way, you learn each other's natural rhythms, right, and the natural breaks and stuff. And I could see you working it out as he's looping, and I could see you waiting for the right time to go. And that's incredible.
Well, that's down to him, really. I know him. I learn off him. I watch him. And
amazing. And Loose Lips, how long have you guys been playing together then? As a band, Loose Lips.
This is like our 14th year.
14th years, Loose Lips. And where is this music taking you then? Where have you guys come in there as a journey?
All over the gaff, really. We've played with lots of different people. We've played lots of festivals. I mean, the other week we played at Woo Fest and Hopfest.
Yeah.
So Hopfest was literally gig 1,900 for us. So we literally, cause Kieran keeps at the back of his book, so he's got a set list book, and each gig he writes a new set list out. We filled quite a few of those, but when he gets a new one, he carries on the tally at the back of the book, and the tally is another gig, and then tallies them up. And a few weeks ago we just hit 1,900 gigs. So
wow.
Yeah. So
and how do you guys feel like you've transformed from as musicians from the beginning to now?
Well, when we started playing together, we didn't use loop pedals when we first started. Everyone assumes it's because of Ed Sheeran why we loop, but we were using loop pedals before Sheeran ever released a song. Yeah. So,
well, I mean, Newton Faulkner was doing it way before.
Way before. Yeah. But the mainstream think, you use a loop pedal, you get compared to Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, of course.
People who aren't musicians and stuff. That's where you get compared to usually. But yeah, we were more into like the old school looping artists and stuff.
Like Jamie Woon was one of the big ones.
Jamie Woon, he doesn't do as much anymore, but Jamie Woon was a big one. But he uses kind of drum machines and beat pads and synths, keys, guitars, everything. Loops the lot. He's incredible.
Tapping cymbals with his toes.
Yeah, he's insane. He's insane. Yeah, he's got more arms than I have for sure.
Amazing. And I think I've seen you guys before, and I can't think what it was. I was going to come and speak to you. We've been doing this for 5 years now, but I do remember you and your microphone. You guys get about like nearly 1,000 gigs. I mean, that's incredible. And when you take something like this, the Shropshire Music Awards, after nearly 1,000 gigs, how important is something like this to musicians that do what you guys do?
Well, when we were coming up, there wasn't this. There was none of this. This is, as you know, this is the second year. There's never been anything like this before.
Yeah.
This is the first thing of its kind. And when we were coming up, it was, we were in the days of like, MySpace weren't even popping when we started. Do you know what I mean? Well, I think it was just starting to come about when we sort of started, and it's weird. You've got this counter culture thing going on where it's easier now to kind of promote yourself in one sense because social media is so accessible and everything else like that. But because of that, you've got this competition now of online personality. You've got to have a certain personality.
So much noise on YouTube and TikTok.
And
isn't there?
I'm such a believer in I don't care if you are the most boring person personally in the world. If you've got something to show me on your instrument or vocally, or you're a songwriter, a great lyricist or songwriter, I couldn't care about less about your personality. I want to know about your art.
Yeah.
So it really frustrates me because I'm one who I don't use social media. But to get about now, you have to use social media. So it's like...
Well, a lot of the music I listen to now, I have found online organically, like Harry Mack is one of my absolute...
Harry Mack's dope.
He's amazing. And Mark Rebier, I've just mentioned. These guys you should definitely listen to if you haven't 100%. Already. And also, I was mentioning to Michaela, we were just chatting to about I got to like 32 or something like that, and I was like, I've been listening to the same playlist since school, man.
Yeah.
And then so I've started interviewing local bands and throwing them into my playlist, and now naturally I've got like half local musicians I listen to, like Trademark Blud, like Chasing August, like Chasing Mallory, like there's so many locals. And now every time I come to something like this, I meet someone like you, like the Founders, like these amazing Shropshire bands that can absolutely just blow you away. Like, you know, we got so much talent in this county.
Yeah, insane amounts, mate. Insane amounts.
Sorry.
No, I was going to say what you're going to say, because I'm going to segue.
Like nights like this, it's as an unsigned artist, you potentially work as hard or harder than signed artists. Right?
Yeah, of course.
We turn up, we travel to our gig, we have to load the gear in, load the gear out, set the gear up, sound check, and then play. Right?
Yeah.
Most people you go to see, I go to see, he goes to see, will play you an hour set, maybe a bit more. Most people that are out there tonight have to play you at least 2 hour sets.
3 hour
right?
sets.
Yeah, of course.
You know?
Yeah.
And like it goes unheard. It's like, yeah, but they're just playing in a pub. Like, you're not going to turn up and play to 10 people rubbish. You know? You go to 10 people, 1,000 people, you're going to give your heart, you're going to give your all, because it's what you love to do.
Yeah,
you know?
of course, yeah.
And it just, nights like this, just give everyone a bit of recognition, give everything back to, you know, it's nice to give back, and it's nice to receive and stuff like that. It's just,
it's nice to people to have their flowers.
Yeah,
I mean, like everyone deserves their flowers.
And as well, I guess there's inspiration in every single corner of this room tonight. You know, whether it's Macy who came out, or Miss Inc, or they're getting inspiration from you. It's kind of like a two-way street, isn't it?
Oh,
I mean,
definitely.
even for vets like yourselves that have been out and done this for so long, I bet you're looking around the room now thinking, oh, they're great. We can do something. Yeah.
But it's nice to see that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
of course.
You've gone and played festivals before, and you're just like, this is me. I'm a realist, yeah. You've gone and played festivals before, and you watch like a 10 act lineup, and you're just like, yeah, okay. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then someone comes out, and that's that someone, and you're just like, they deserve the upper hand. They deserve the lift. They deserve to be somewhere. You know?
Yeah.
And that's what gives you a drive. You know. I like to find these unsigned stars. I've been to a load of gigs myself to watch people that inspire me. Yeah.
I love watching someone grow.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's why I love Harry Mack so much, because I've been watching him since he was like walking down LA, rapping about people in queues and stuff. Do you know what I mean?
No,
now he's filling out, like I went to go see him in Birmingham, like 2,000 people there. Do you know what I mean? Like he's around the world.
Rapping to Kendrick and stuff. And
Well, we were fortunate to watch Ed Sheeran in front of 150 people. You know,
Lovely.
back in 2010. You know,
why does Ed Sheeran get such a bad rep? Because I love Ed Sheeran, by the way. I think
he gets a bad rep because he doesn't look like the typical singer. All my life, I've had people say to me, "You don't look like a singer." I say, "What does a singer look like to you?" Do you know? It comes from in you. You know, it don't matter what you look like. You know, and
he's
Ed
got
Sheeran,
amazing you don't sing with a good jawline. Do you know what I mean? Like you sing.
Rack and Bowman, for example. Rack and Bowman doesn't look like your typical rock star, but he blew people out the way. You know what I mean? So
it's mad. It's weird. I think all it is I think the bigger you get, the more you see. The more exposed you are to people, the more love you get.
The more hate you get,
The more love you get, the more hate you get. It's simple as that. It's like Ed Sheeran's. He can't be that hated, can he?
No. He's one of the best artists of our generation, hands down. Like, facts speak for themselves, and literally, he's played Wembley to 3 times, 3 back-to-back nights to 86,000 people on his Todd with one guitar.
But apparently, a lot of people don't like him. They must.
Obviously, they do. You know what I mean? He sells records, he smashes albums. He's a real guy. We've met him. He's down to earth, and that's the factor. When you get up there and you mix with the stars, and you think you can be this person that you wasn't ever before, that's where a lot of people lose themselves. Yeah, Ed Sheeran stayed true. He bought a house in his hometown. He's raised his family, his kids in his hometown.
Yeah,
that's if you forget your roots. Yeah, you it up.
It's all right. It's okay. It's fine. It's been a show with language the whole show. It's absolutely fine.
That's the first time.
What do you expect? Yeah, it started off with Moose Cooper, and then it's carried on through. So don't worry about it. It's fine. I've loved meeting you guys tonight. Where are you guys based? Is it
Telford?
You're in Telford.
Yeah.
Well, I'll do the Shrewsbury Biscuit, but you're welcome round for a cup of tea.
We'll just leave the Telford bit out. If we have you on the podcast, we'll just loose lips.
We're here.
It don't matter where we're from.
We're here in Oaken Gates today. We did the Ludlow Food Festival. I'd love to sit because you guys do have a lot of experience, and I feel like you could be a huge inspiration to other artists that are coming through right now. So I'd love to get you on the podcast. Maybe we can help some future artists.
Yeah, definitely appreciate that, man. Thank you very much.
Where can people find you on social media, follow your music and stuff?
So if you type in Loose Lips Telford into... that's what you have to type in, unfortunately.
No, you don't have to,
Kieran's shaking his head.
That no more. It's just Loose Lips.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Is it really? Okay,
definitely,
sorry, my bad.
Okay.
It's just edit. It's just Loose Lips. Yeah, just search for Loose Lips on Facebook, Instagram, all social media really. And we've also on Spotify and streaming platforms. Our latest release is called Two Birds One Stone, and we've got a few new singles out since then as well. So yeah.
Amazing. Be careful where you're putting Loose Lips in Google, okay? We're getting some looks, some knowing looks from the band.
Loose Lips Sink Ships. That's where our band name came from.
Oh,
Lewis
wow.
is loose with the guitar, and I sing, and it comes from my lips, and that's as simple as that.
Brilliant. Well, I hope you guys have a great rest of the evening.
It's
great meeting you guys.
Thank you very much.
Don't leave without having a selfie with me, right? I'll see you in a bit, guys. You may have listened to the podcast where Ease the Artist was actually on the Shrewsbury Biscuit.
Yeah.
It's a while ago. It was COVID, right, guys?
Yeah, it was.
But he's now officially the best hip hop act in the whole of Shropshire.
I'm shocked. I'm
not, man.
I'm shocked.
I'm not.
Thank you. Well, that's good.
Because I know you, I know your stuff, and I know how good you are, and it's more about the passion. You've never given up, and I like that about you.
Yeah. I've been at it a while.
Yeah, and I've been following your Instagram, and you've been working hard at it as well, and that's where it pays off.
Mate, I hate social media.
I know.
I can't tell you how much I hate social media. And the reason is I'm just no good at it. If I was good at it, I'd be like, social media, mate, brilliant. But I'm just rubbish at it.
Yeah, I'm the
Just
same,
rubbish.
to be honest. It's work, man.
I know.
It's like a full-time job.
I've got a full-time job already, and then I've got music, and then I've got to, like, create music.
How much does your professional, your real-life job bleed into the creative? I love that.
Between that, my partner, and my child... just... Where is the space to create? I mean, I end up writing the majority of my songs and stuff at like 5 o'clock in the morning before the gym. I'm just sat in the gym car park. And now they've decided to open that 24 hours, so I feel obliged to get out of my car immediately. So there we go, really. Yeah.
We were talking about this, me and Liam, weren't we, about how sometimes the creative side can suffer from responsibilities. And I'm feeling that absolutely now. I mean, people that have been following the Biscuit, and me personally will see that I'm kind of struggling to fit it all in at the moment. I mean, we need to do some restructuring with the Biscuit, but I think the inspiration where you're winning this award now is I've seen the hard work you've put in and where it pays off. And this is an inspiration to all the other hip-hop stars, whether they're young or old.
Yeah.
I'm sure Trademark as well here.
Yes, man like Trademark is a massive thing in Shropshire rap. He really is. So he deserves a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for, like?
Recognition.
Yeah, recognition. I don't think it was. I think it was beginning with something with a C, but we'll go with recognition. He does, man. He's and like putting an award show together like this as well is massive.
Well, I'm gonna take a different spit because we're gonna end up with speaking to him at the end of the night. I'm going to berate him for 10, 15 minutes and just see how that goes. Because I'm praising him too much.
Yeah. Well, everyone is.
I'm just like,
shall I do it as well?
Shall we all just,
yeah, he's great, isn't he? And now let's all lambast him at the same time.
Yeah, so when he gets on, I'm like, how terrible do you feel about tonight, Trademark Blud?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But seriously, congratulations. Who's the gentleman next to you?
I'm Jib, I'm the producer. I write the theme tune, play the theme tune, and let him get all the credit for it.
Producers and people that make backing tracks and keep hip-hop stars, rappers, musicians afloat, I feel like they're the unsung heroes, you know? Yeah. It's like, how long have you been producing for?
15 years, about that.
15 years?
Yeah. Went to uni, did record production at university, and then, eventually landed on hip-hop. I was a rocker originally, like grunge band locally, like about 15 years ago. And
well, that's where Def Jam came from. I mean...
Yeah.
So we can't really complain. Music is music, and I feel like if you're passionate about it, and that's where it comes from. You're talking about how you're about to go into the gym, and that's when you're right, and that's probably when you're most pissed off and ready, that you're feeling that energy.
Either at my most pissed off or my most tired. It's one or the other. So it all depends. Like, I guess depending on what I come right, kind of sets me up for what sort of gym session I'm going to have. I guess so. Or it depends how much pre-workout I've had.
I love that. What inspirational words? And try not to be too generic with it, but any future hip hop stars that are listening to this, anybody who wants to go out there and do what you do, what advice would you give to them? Remember, you're not allowed to be generic.
Do you know what? Somebody said something earlier where they were just like genuinely just have a go. I think it was Johnny Welburn talking about the rock stuff, and it was like, if you fancy it, just have a go at it. Like, I was absolute rubbish when I first started. Rubbish. I mean, we've got this has got a CD that he saved of like our first attempts at making rap music, and it is just hideous. It's hideously bad.
We originally made music sat in his car in a car park on PlayStation microphones. It was absolutely shocking.
Yeah, it was bad.
Brilliant. Well, listen, remind people where they can follow you on social media, and we'll let you go and enjoy your night.
I think one good thing about the name really is that it's a pretty unique one. So if you type in Easy Artist, you usually find me. So Easy Artist everywhere.
Ease as an EASE, the artist.
That's it.
Instagram.
That's it.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Deserve it.
Thank you so much.
So I'm Alex. I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast.
Nice to meet you, Alex.
And I've just. You guys have just melted my face, and I think everybody out there as well. Liam, who's been with me today, co-hosting and helping me out today, was like, "Where the hell did that come from?"
Out of nowhere, like we always try and do.
Just wick that mic's turned itself off. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, no, out of nowhere, like we always do, mate. We always just like to try and pop out, give 100% energy.
First of all, we need to introduce the band.
Yes. So I'm Jacob, the vocalist of Record the Remains.
I'm Zach, also in Record the Remains. I play guitar.
Yeah. And Recall the Remains, where have you guys come from? How long has this been going for?
So it all started out with the bass and guitarist Jordan and Elliot. They started out this band 10 so years ago.
When they were in school, I think.
Yeah, so they kept it going for years, and then like it was it Tony?
Yep.
Then you.
Yeah.
Then I joined, and then it's been this lineup for about 5-6 years now.
Trademark.
Corner Remains savage, mate. Come on. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you so much, man.
Do you know what, right? We did an interview, me and Trademark, a few weeks ago before this, a preview, and he was like, the last band are going to be incredible. He wouldn't tell me who it was, and he's like, you wait till the last band, because he knows my music taste, and he wasn't wrong, man. You guys are incredible. So 10 years to get this sound, I mean, like how did you guys get together? Is this something that...
So we're all pretty much all friends from college.
Yeah?
Bar me.
Yeah, bar Jacob. He just happened to work with everybody else except me.
Yeah.
And then, so it's a funny story about how he ended up in the band. So we were originally, when I joined, we were originally just a 4-piece. You know, Jordan, who's on bass, was fronting it as well. And then one day I just turned up to a practice and Jacob was just there and he was like, "You're right," and I'm like, "You okay?"
I asked the guys, because I was a bassist before, and like most people in our band, all of us are bassists apart from Elliot, that used to be a sax player.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I was just like, I've always wanted to try doing vocals. Guys let me join on for one song, and then it was literally just...
It's not an easy thing to do, man.
No,
we've all tried to copy Chester Bennington in our time and just...
Honestly, like, it's Chester Bennington, like, RIP Chester, but, like, he is an amazing vocalist, but, like, the inspiration that I have for the vocals that I do, just, like, the heavier stuff, so it's like, bands like Slaughter to Prevail, Whitechapel, just got me into actually doing all this stuff.
I think it's incredible, because... You were singing, screaming, like to go from that with Jordan as well as the front man, like that dynamic between the two voices is just incredible. And you're polished as well. You guys are such a polished band.
Thank you so much, man.
It really is. Like I don't want to include any of the audio from your music because I think people should go out and look for it and listen to it.
I completely agree with that.
But you should definitely look for this band because I think you guys are great. I don't want to blow too much wind up your smoke. But after 10 years, where are you guys as musicians now compared to where you were a few years ago?
So, I'd like to think we're a bit better.
That is a deep question, man.
Yeah.
Well, it can go anywhere. Emotionally, I mean, physically, I mean, where are you guys now? Like,
I'd say, like, with the EP that we released, and even some of the stuff that we were playing, like it was kind of a release to where like we was getting a lot of like the problems that we had and like mental health problems, everything like that, and kind of portraying it to a point where it's just like we're not trying to say like this is what we've went through. It's been like we've also went through this. So like if people can just like associate themselves with music and everything, it's just a bonus on top.
I feel like music needs to find you at the right time. Yeah. I think Slipknot for me were one of those things because I've always grown up with like System of a Down, a Limp Bizkit, all those kind of they're great stuff. Like, but Slipknot I couldn't gel with. I don't know what it was. I think it's because they were kind of like they were big, right? Yeah. Until I was doing the radio last year. I did it for about a year and a half, and one of my listeners in America had given me his own corner of the radio show because he kept complaining about my music. So I was all right, bozo, give me 4 songs, and he gave me Duality, and I was listening to it in the car. Me, Mr. Anti-Slipknot. That song made me cry, bawl and cry, and I listened to it 4 times in a row because it hit me at the right moment. Yeah. And if you know Duality, it's all about anxiety and stress and that moment where you just like... And
that's what it's like with metal. It's just like releasing all that pent-up anger and like anxiety, depression, everything that you've got that's a negative energy, and just releasing it into more of a positive, like, just a positive form.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sometimes you're not really in the right mindset when you first hear it. Like when I was first introduced to metal back when I was in school, I was shown like a Trivium song and I absolutely hated it. And then like 2 years later, I love Trivium.
Trivium is still a struggle with. I love metal, by the way. I'm not saying this as a thing, but I don't know what it is with Trivium. And I don't know, you're right. I think you need to hear it at the right moment. Maybe one day Trivium I'll be like, oh yeah.
I'm about to say, like, sometimes it's always about like certain songs that will pull you into the band, and then you'll listen to the song that you didn't like and you'll be like, no, I actually quite like this now.
When I first started hearing Trademark Blud, couldn't stand him. I did say, like, I've done nothing but praise Trademark all day today since I met him. So the last interview I'm going to do, I'm just going to berate him for 15 minutes. How terrible do you feel for putting on such an incredible award show? Because it was great, isn't it, this event?
Honestly, it's brilliant to actually promote like local artists, local venues, and just everything like that. It just brings it more and more forward to where people... Like now, they can bring their family, they can bring their friends, and they can celebrate it with everyone as well.
Raise awareness of all these incredible artists, like all the other artists and bands, that have performed tonight have all been.
And the work
amazing.
that goes into it as well. You guys are stripping that stage back now. There's lots of instruments, lots of cables, lots of mixers, lots of all the drum stuff. The work that goes into it.
So like. Because of like we used to do like Metal to the Masses competitions and everything like that, where you only got 15-minute changeovers, so you've got to get all your stuff on in 15 minutes, whilst the other band's getting their stuff on. So it's just been drilled into.
So you guys are getting they're like, where they? We got you sitting down doing an interview with the Biscuit. You can blame me, guys. Okay, it's my fault. And I'm so glad that I met you. Where you guys based in Telford?
Yeah, we're based in Telford, like you.
I literally live 2 minutes around the corner. It's great.
I feel like I know you. From somewhere. Haygate, the old Haygate crowd I used to
I sometimes went to the Haygate, but not very often.
I was say, I think out of the band, I went to the Haygate the most, but a lot of fuzzy memories at the Haygate. It's probably
there have been venues that have been praised tonight and awarded and mentioned, but Haygate was a great one. But I do remember at a time thinking, they knocked it down, that's it for music now, it's terrible, blah, 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 blah. But I think music goes on in this county.
It does, yeah. It did take a hit for a bit, especially when it came to like the metal scene and that, but now like obviously more venues are coming out, and then like to actually push it forward and hopefully can start like actually try and get a gig at the Firefly to try and actually do more gigs around Telford would be nice as well.
Yeah. Have you guys done much in Shrewsbury? You have to come to Shrewsbury sometime.
We have played at the Albert Shed, and it was like last year, and honestly, I thought...
insane.
Yeah, it was insane. Like, we had people... Like, our intro was playing. It's a minute-long intro, and people already started, like, mosh pitting, headbanging, and we're just like... We haven't started yet, and then they were calling me to like crowd surf, so I crowd surfed, and it was just it was a brilliant night for that.
Sounds amazing. Next time you're in Shrewsbury, give me a heads up.
Yes,
and we'll come find you guys. Well, where can people find you, listen to you, and give you support?
So that is literally just like we're on pretty much every social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're not on TikTok because we do not make enough content to be able to post on TikTok.
Not outgoing enough for that.
Yeah, no. But yes, they can find us on all social media platforms, and then same with streaming sites. And if they do keep an eye out, we are literally next month 2 more days in the recording studio. And then next year we're going to be releasing an album, our first album that we do.
Wow.
So we've got 3 old songs from the EP, 3 songs that we released this year, and then 3 songs that people haven't heard
Make sure
yet.
you come see the Biscuit before you release that album, and we'll give you some plugging, and you know, maybe you can print a disc for me as well. I love a bit of vinyl. Name of the band again?
Recall the Remains.
Recall the Remains. Well done, guys. You were amazing.
Thank you.
Well, I did say, I've hit record. I did say I've spent so long praising you and bigging you up all day that I'm just going to spend 15 minutes berating you now.
Good, yeah, that sounds good.
So how bad do you
I'm
feel?
already intrigued and interested, though.
You've done such a terrible thing today, Mr. Trademark Blud, bringing all these people out here. All about music as well. Jesus Christ, you know.
Who likes music?
Who the hell likes music? How terrible do you feel about today?
I'd just like to apologise first and foremost about like bringing all Shropshire musicians together.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Help yourself. It's all right. There's stuff going on backstage.
DJ Copyright, come on, man. You can get on the other mic, to be fair.
Yeah, grab that microphone. Turn it on, though.
Yeah, man.
Turn it on. I think it's, yeah.
We just apologise for doing good things.
Yeah, I'm just berating him because he should feel terrible for what he's done today, bringing all these musicians out here.
Yeah.
You know, giving them awards, flashy awards, making everyone dress up.
You're not celebrating yourself, yeah.
Do you know how long I spent on my hair today? Do you know what I mean? Coming out today. No, seriously, how do you think it's gone tonight? How do you think it's gone tonight?
Honestly, I know I said this last year, but you do a lot of organisation, there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff, logistics that just send you on one, trying to figure out how to work stuff out, and you always expect things to go wrong, you expect things to not work out, you expect to not have the crowd in there, or the crowd, or you've got the crowd and they're not up for it maybe. There's a million things that can go wrong, and I'm not really even a pessimistic person. I'm probably blindly optimistic, to be fair. It's going to be amazing. Yeah. But even I still look and don't expect how well it went. I really don't expect it to be that, everything went smoothly. We've got hosts, presenters, should I say, that aren't presenters, just general public, people that do good things in community, that get up and they're giving blurbs about the background of certain genres of music. They've all done their homework, and and then you've got the professionals like the bands, Recall the Remains, Loose Lips, Missing, Macy O, and they all just brought their A game. And
they all did.
As much as I maybe put these, if it's a chess game, so I'll put these pieces on the board in a particular order, but I can't make someone do a great performance. I can't make someone,
I think putting Recall the Remains on last as well was a masterstroke. And if you left before they played, you snooze, you lose, because you missed out on a great show.
Failed. Maybe at life, maybe.
If you left.
No, honestly, you definitely missed out. If you left because one been mentioned.
Don't want to hear nothing about School Run. What do you mean School Run? Recall the Remains are on.
You know.
Sit your kids
down. You've got armed guards on the doors. Sit down. No, we've got some really good interviews today with so many people. We've interviewed people that have lost, people that have won, people that have contributed, and even
I wouldn't say lost. Sorry to interrupt, but they didn't lose, man. They
did. I told you this on the podcast. Right? We wanted to you lost. We've reiterated.
Well, they did not win, which is equivalent to losing in the definition of it. But I think becoming a nominee. Granted, these people get vetted, and everyone that asks to be a nominee isn't a nominee.
Mm-hmm.
They're vetted. Some categories are smaller than others, so there's less to pick from.
Yeah.
The hip hop's very big. The rock and the metal are just humongous. We're talking about 40, 50 bands sometimes, and they're whittled down to 10. So I honestly, and I know it's cliche as hell, but I believe they're actually winners, because someone said you are worthy of being considered to be the winner.
I was chatting to Bassphaze, and I was saying, we talking about the producer category. I was like, you're the top 6 producer in the whole of Shropshire.
That's a great way of looking at it. That's a great way of looking at it. The producer category was heavy as well. It's heavy as well.
He was well chuffed. You know what he's like. He's very optimistic. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
What have been the things that you've loved the most today?
Shrewsbury Biscuit.
Hey.
Music.
Reality.
Oh, you just slipped me a tanner. For those not watching. No, I mean, it might have come across like a joke, but it was actually wicked having you here because you wasn't here last year, and I knew it would add to it, and I think it added.
I didn't want to cough up on everyone.
But it added in more ways than one. So I think some of the people that won awards, some of the nominees, some of the acts, they're not. I've been in the game for years, yeah. So it's all normal to me. But some of these people haven't, and to come off stage from winning or performing and to be like, right, you're over there now for a Shrewsbury Biscuit interview. It's like you could see the not really overwhelmed. You can see the like, oh, okay, this is proper. You know what I mean?
It's catching a live reaction.
You definitely did add way more to a show, and you actually backstage. You added so much to the show for those people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and thank you for saving us a spot on the table. But me and Liam walked to the table and we're like, yeah, that's not going to work for us. We're just going to hang around backstage.
Like the table.
The table was beautiful.
Oh, it's the chairs.
It's just walking round. You can't ask people from sitting down, can you?
Yeah,
So
you've got to be active.
Yo, you come over here.
Mate, I had a table seat, man. You probably never saw me in it.
Yeah.
True. You were busy. Yeah.
I've been giving him jip for like being in the background, like, oh, well, we got to take this on stage. Have we got to move this out? Like, excuse me, Mr. Trademark Blud, we're doing an interview over here. But like, that's the reality of it all.
Yeah.
You did a set. You came straight off stage, you got beads of sweat running down your face, and you're grabbing bags to go back on stage?
Facts, that's very true.
That literally
and I got changed back into my suit as well.
The grind, yeah.
Magic.
Like, you were here, I looked, I blinked, you're back, you're in your suit. Like, why?
Yeah,
who's watching you while you're getting down to your undies? That's what it is. Well, listen, I just want to say thank you for inviting us, of course, and also for putting this on. I won't keep you too long because I know that there's people out there. Where is he? Fold blankets and stuff.
We're packing up.
Away and stuff.
We've got a lot to fit in that car, man.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to. Well, I clipped a curb on my way in, and I was like, I'm going to go back to my car. And my tire's going to be flat. Yeah. So I hope not. But I'm going to give you an opportunity to talk about anybody, any messages you got for people. I don't want you don't have to reel everybody off, but I'm going to give you an opportunity to.
There's so many. There is. I might miss some, but at the end of the day, the acts. Instead of trying to name the acts one by one, the acts.
All incredible.
Again, super talented people, deserved of their show, deserved of the crowd response. The sponsors, of course, because a lot of people don't really. I know a lot of people in front. They don't really see what goes behind, but the event literally only can exist if people sponsor it as well. The ticket sales cover the costs. Do you know what I mean? Here or there, give or take a few pounds and whatever. So the sponsors actually enable us to pay your additionals. Do you know what I mean? Like your extra people. And if it makes a loss, it's impossible to do unless someone's putting their hand in their pocket or taking food out of their own kids' mouths. So the sponsors definitely, I won't name them again one by one because I'll probably miss one. It's been a long night. But the sponsors super important, the act's super important.
Shutsy as well, because shout out to him, he worked hard.
Shutsy's like, do you know what? He was here for the last awards, and it was my first time organising an event of this scale. And without Shutsy and Gary, who's from the theatre, without
shout
them,
out to him, he's a great guy.
Yeah, it wouldn't have happened like that. It's not their first rodeo for them, and they know it, and that all these little things you don't think of, they put it in your face and you deal with it. I'm good at what I do, I know what I'm doing, but the experience, as far as these events go, I've been putting on hip hop events for 20 years probably, but this ain't a hip hop event. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's different, and with these experienced people that do this week in, week out,
of course,
impossible. Staff in the theatre, do you know what I mean? Brilliant people. Every single person that bought a ticket, every nominee, it's literally every single human being that was involved in this in any way, shape or form are important.
Like mosh pit going on up the top there, we recall the remains at the end there. That was brilliant to see. I got that on camera. That was brilliant.
Yeah, it's mate, honestly, everybody. It all matters, like, and it all, even the small pieces, like, I didn't want to decorate the tables, for example. Like, I thought, well, what's the like? You're not gonna say, I'm not buying a ticket to that event because the tables aren't decorated. You either want to go or you don't, and that was my logic. And then speaking to the missus, and shout out to the missus as well, massive part of it, massive help to me. She said, "Nah, the little things matter," and I think that it's not that it would affect ticket sales or people that are there, but it affects how you perceive the event and how you feel at the event. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is why I want it all to be tabled. Really,
something as simple as having a photo area to have professional photos taken.
Small things.
I think the nice tables. Like we walked in and we were like, whoa, this place looks amazing. Like to have that room looking the way it was. Like you did an amazing job. So as a friend of Trademarks, I'm not going to ask him to blow smoke up his own.
He's my brother. It's my older brother. DJ Copyright in the building.
I'm just old, man. As an old friend of Trademarks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's my bro.
my
It's
older
my bro.
brother,
My bro Trade. Yeah.
What would you say to him, about this event tonight?
Flipping, your objective is, to give people a platform. Do you know what I mean? People, because as we grew up, we
didn't have one.
That's what I'm saying. And to give people a platform, do you know what I mean? With Shropshire Music Awards and things like that, that's definitely something I believe has been achieved. Do you get what I mean? So and just to keep on doing that because people should have a platform. I mean, like Macy O, she's 15. Do you get what I mean?
She's incredible. She's got so much charisma.
That is
and then, like,
superstar power. That is right there. In the flesh.
Like she'd come off stage. She must be absolutely exhausted. I was like interviewing. She's like, absolutely, yeah. She sat down. She was like, I did a great show. And I was like, how have you got all that energy?
Like so many levels. You know how long it took me to get good on stage? My first gig, I was behind the DJ in the DJ booth, and they could hear people rapping and MCing and that. Like, who's that? It's me, but, And I was probably like 19, 18.
What's that thing that the Lonely Island do? Where they're like,
pretty much, yeah. Who's that, man?
And I walk back in the room. Brilliant.
Yeah, it took me like 2 years to be in the centre of the stage. Never mind, like performing like a seasoned performer. Like, honestly, I tell the parents all the time, like you cannot create that. Lightning in a bottle business. That stuff comes naturally.
And you've presented her talents to the world today. So of course. So well done.
Same as Loose Lips when he started shredding.
It's true.
Like, I watch him week in week out do that, like, and turn the place upside down, like, when he starts shredding it up. Key's got an amazing voice. Like I say, the acts. They make it, man. You can't just be giving out awards. It becomes flat. You've got to pick it up again, and every act did it, man. Call the Remains had to. The only thing I say is I also could have started with them as well, with the whole crowd, people are going for,
I don't know though. I mean, I was talking to you.
As far as pace goes, they have to finish and close the show. Do you know what I mean? And they're headliners, so that the headliners genuinely finish.
We went to watch Harry Mack, who I love. He's like the GOAT when it comes to freestyling. But they started off with Too Many T's, who are like no, and they're jumping around the stage, and they've got break dancers. By the time that support act finished, we were exhausted. Yeah. When Harry Mack came out, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about you.
Yeah, the energy's gone down. Which is what.
They did that bad, I think. But
I hear that.
You're a genius, man. You did a great job. Accept the compliments that everyone's going to no, because you've done a great
genius
thing.
Though, but thank you.
You put this together. He's a genius.
I'm a G. I'm a G.
You're a G.
Actually, no. Hold on. That's not how we were meant to be doing this. You're a terrible person. You should feel terrible.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot how we started the interview.
Start again.
Yeah. Scratch all that.
You guys should absolutely not follow Trademark on Instagram. Don't follow him on Facebook. Definitely don't listen to his music.
At Trademark Blud, so just avoid the at Trademark Blud at all costs.
Yeah, just don't do it.
Don't go to shropshiremusicawards.co.uk.
Definitely don't come next year. We'll help you out next year. We'll be here. Try and stop us.
Wicked.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Liam, as well, for coming along today. You've been a great help with me. It's been great. Cool.
Wow, what a great episode that was. Very, very grateful to everybody that spoke to me and Liam as well for coming with me, for partnering up with me. He was such a great person to have with the Biscuit for that night. You did a great job too, Liam. Okay, so important information about the Shrewsbury Biscuit. So from this moment forward, we're going to be having a break. A month I'm having out because I need to redesign a few things. The website I need to write. So we're going to start writing a blog which will accompany the website. There's new graphics that the Web Orchard have made for us. They've been patiently waiting for me to write content to go on the website. And I just haven't had the time. I haven't had the time to be able to sit and do it. And it sounds daft, but I really haven't. And also, as well, I want to give the show a bit of a lick of paint. So here is what is going to happen. The Shrewsbury Biscuit is going to be recorded in seasons. We're going to do 10 episode seasons, starting with season alpha. I didn't want to do season 1 because that's boring, and we've already had Shrewsbury Biscuit for 5 years, so that doesn't make sense. So season alpha, and that's going to be run for 10 episodes. We're already putting a lineup together of the people we want to speak to, but I think with 10 episodes a season, what that does is it gives every single episode its own special little place. You know, I loved the fact that we for so long did an episode every single week, and I didn't miss that Monday, but what it did is it burned me out. And what I was doing was, as special as the person was I was speaking to and the content was I was talking about, it just felt to me at a certain point that I was just churning out content. You know, I felt like a factory, and it was really getting to me. And I love what I do. So I think taking a different approach is a great idea. And Shane Chebsey as well came up with that great idea of the doing season. So thank you, Shane, for that. It makes so much sense. It makes so much sense. And also, I'm going to be looking for new music. The music that has been at the front of the Shrewsbury Biscuit for this time is from Cosmic Rays, which is Shane Chebsey's and Charlie Adlard's band, and Ross Callahan as well. They are great guys, and I'm so grateful for them letting us use their music for so long, because it's just been, whenever I hear that music now, Shrewsbury Biscuit, my head snaps, because I know that's me and I know it's the show, and it's kind of our identity. But I want something new, something fresh. So we're going to be finding new music. I'm really excited about this, because we're going to sound, we're going to feel different. We've got a brand new co-host coming as well, which I'm really excited about, who will join us for the whole of season alpha. And also we're opening up possibilities of bonus content, which you guys can access via, whether it's via Patreon or what have you. So we are looking at expanding the show, freshening it up. The website is going to look sick. I can't wait for you guys to see it. And also, every single episode is going to be featured on YouTube as well, so that you guys can listen to it on YouTube if you need to. I'm really excited about it. I hope you guys are too. But for now, I'm going to leave you guys. If you don't hear from us, the social media will keep going. It'll keep going. So if you need to speak to us, if you need to message us, just message us on Facebook, on Instagram, wherever you got. A lot of you people know where to find me. So just please do that. We'll keep ticking over there. But the show is going to be away for a while. So don't worry about that. We will be back. And the first show will be on the 20th of November. So thank you so much for the support for the Shrewsbury Biscuit. I can't wait to see you on the 20th. And I hope you guys stay safe. Thank you for listening to the show today, and I'll catch you guys in a month. Peace out.